Okay, is my voice carrying a little bit better?
Sound loud and clear, MERYL.
Okay, got it.
Thank you, Manny. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate you so much, Ari, and welcome everyone. If you need closed captioning, please open our stream at this link in the chat, and you will be able to have text as well. We so appreciate each of you joining us today. The purpose of the SL Educational Region and VWEC was to bring educational communities together in a main grid with goals that included creating welcoming educational spaces that newcomers can easily find, that also promote interaction among residents and provide safe, fun, attractive, and easy links to the larger educational community. This event today celebrates 4 years. Can you believe it? Isn't that amazing? We actually want to thank a few folks, and then we have 2 amazing speakers coming up. First, I would like to thank Ari for his wonderful piano leading us in. Thank you, Ari. Your music always inspires us. And also, Fran Coolhaven, who is Manny today, for generously streaming this event so that we can have easy closed captioning for anyone who needs it. After our program, we are pleased to have the amazing DJ, and I'm sure I'm going to butcher your name, EXXX MAGIC, spinning some great tunes for our dancing pleasure. EXXX is a former educator who taught in Second Life, but now has found great success as a SLDJ Hall of Fame inductee. Isn't that exciting? As you have probably noticed, we are so pleased to have some artwork from our dear friend BRYN OH for you to enjoy. Part of the imaging and the pigeons is located at the other end of the deck. BRYN was kind to bring her insight and experience to our expert series on January 12th. You can find the video here, and it's worth a look. And I'm going to share a note card with you about this as well. So give me just a second. I will be glad to share this. BRYN's Imaging and Pigeon follows the story of Imogene and her dream of joining a group of pigeons who perch on the wires and ledge outside her window. at the home for the incurably melancholy. BRYN's work is one long narrative, with each new portion a chapter in that story, which began well over a decade ago with the Rabbitcorn story. Imogene and the Pigeons is connected to the Ontario Arts Council supported work, The Singularity of Kimukio. And here is a link to that if you'd like to look at it, which is a prequel and the story of Imogene's daughter. I've just shared a note card with you with a slurl to get to the full artwork, as well as more information about the story and BRYN's bio. You can also get the slurl when you click on the floor of the exhibit. And we also have some pose balls over there if you'd like to get a picture in front of later on. So we'd really like to thank BRYN for sharing this with our community. It will be up for a few days, so be sure and check it out. Now I'm very pleased to introduce Midori Linden, who would like to say a few words.
Hello, everyone. It is such an honor to join you today in celebrating the anniversary of VWEC, the Community Gateway. And now, I know that 3 years seems like a short span in First Life, but in the ever-evolving landscape of Second Life, it represents dedication, innovation, and a remarkable legacy of impact. It's from its very inception, VWEC set out to do something pretty bold, I felt, to create a shared space where educators, learners, researchers, dreamers could all come together in a virtual world to connect and collaborate and reimagine really what education can be. And it's done just that, I feel like. VWEC, along with other allied groups and individuals, really has become a cornerstone of Second Life's education ecosystem. It's a place where ideas can grow, where mentoring flourishes, where professional development is reimagined, and really where boundaries between virtual and real world learning blur. And it's in the best of ways. One shining example is the recent completion of the annual student challenge. All right, well, I don't know annual, but hopefully it's annual for now. I know there was a time where I guess it was a little bit shortened between the challenges, but it's fabulous. It's an initiative that not only showcased the creativity and critical thinking of students, but it really also demonstrated just how powerful immersive collaborative learning environments can be. The student challenge isn't just an event. I feel like it's a statement that students too are active participants in shaping the future of education in virtual worlds. Through the gateway, VWEC has introduced countless individuals to the education potential of Second Life. It's become a welcoming portal and a vibrant hub, a launch pad, if you will, for creativity and community. Now, from immersive classrooms to panel discussions to interactive exhibits and engaging roundtable discussions, VWEC has really shown that when educators come together with vision and passion, the results are truly extraordinary, I feel like. You have made such an impact here in Second Life and with the lab itself. Now, as somebody who works closely with educational and nonprofit groups, I can say firsthand how inspiring it is to witness the ripple effect that VWEC has had not only in projects that it supports, but in the connections that it nurtures. And I want to thank the founders, the volunteers, the educators, and every curious avatar who's wandered into the VWEC Gateway and stayed or learn something from it, you build more than just a space, you build a legacy. And I am truly honored to be even a small part of this and watch all that you accomplish together. It's inspiring. And here are my thanks from you and the lab for all the work that you've done and all the work that you have yet to do, and all the amazing projects that you will come up with. Happy anniversary, everyone.
Thank you, Midori. You are just the best. We really appreciate it. And the Student Challenge, of course, could not go on without you. Our region, you are a valued friend and a great support for our community. Just to remind everybody, Midori does have a monthly chat here at the deck, and it has been so helpful for the larger community as well. We have lots of folks that are not just VWEC that want to come and hear from Midori. So we invite you to join us. Next, I would like to introduce the always wonderful MERYL McBRIDE. MERYL has been a very supportive member of the VWEC and is a VWEC board member. She is the editor of the VWEC Avatar Scholar, our magazine to help share the exciting things that are happening in education with our members, as well as their administrators, who are often not sure what virtual worlds are. She is a recently retired professor of geography at Colorado State University. Let's give a big welcome to MERYL McBRIDE.
Hello, everybody. I hope that you can hear me. I was told at the beginning that my voice maybe was coming across as a little too soft. I'm not known for being too soft, so it's a little bit out of my nature. But I'll try to project to the back of the room. May I say, good day, everyone. As Ellie said, my name is MERYL McBRIDE. I'm a professor of geography, recently retired at Colorado State University. Thank you for the opportunity to be with you. Today, I want to brag about VWEC, but brag in a special way related to the virtual pedagogical place. I want to focus on how VWEC has advanced our understanding of the paradigm-busting affordances offered by virtual worlds to create whole new pedagogical places. But before I do that, let me share the 3 words that my students always want to hear me say, and they are, I'll be brief. Okay, well, maybe that's really 4 words. As an aside, the number 4 is very important today. This is VWEC's 4th anniversary. I know, I can't believe it either. At least I don't look any older. It was 4 years ago that Ellie, Val Dodge, and many other dedicated professionals envisioned a grand initiative to bring together virtual world educators in a common cause. It was 4 years ago that I was asked to join VWEC as an alternate on the planning committee. I had no idea what I was getting into, and my head is still spinning. It was 4 years ago that Linden Lab and our dear friend Midori Linden provided the place in which this vision could be realized. Before I start seriously bragging about VWEC, however, let's talk about what a place is. That is, according to geographers and other like-minded scholars, including my friends in cultural anthropology. Typically, when we think of a place, we think of, well, real estate, or maybe a location. And okay, that's a good starting point, but only a starting point. First, a place may not be so real. It may not even involve people, but we will assume that it does. Second, and of far greater importance, that real estate comes with stuff that gives it form, function, and meaning. In the words of Professor Creswell, the stuff contains a, quote, gathering of things, memories, stories, and practices, end quote. This gathering may include both material and non-material, representational and non-representational things. The gathering is dynamic and constantly evolving, with new stuff replacing old stuff. Occupants derive meaning from the stuff, perhaps like that home sweet home effect that comes with where we live. A pedagogical place, then, is little more than a location containing a gathering of things, memories, stories, and practices that relate to the learning process. Can a social virtual world have a place? Yes, of course. But a virtual place reflects and responds to a gathering of things, memories, stories, and practices unique to its electronic setting, often complementing and extending that which we are accustomed to in physical places. In the virtual world, we exist as avatars, potentially presenting personas different from those formed in our physical lives, although I have had some potentially sleep-deprived and or drug-addled students in my physical classes who came across as avatars. We work in a world of manufactured physics that offers nearly endless building possibilities, ageless avatars, and immunity from personal harm. Don't try flying to your next destination or jumping from a building in the actual world. So what does a virtual pedagogical place look like? We turn to a 2016 dissertation by Lee Irving for help. She expanded our definition of place by adding that, quote, pedagogical places in virtual worlds encompass a complex layering of embodied identity, modalities of pedagogical creativity, playfulness and agency, and of dwelling pedagogically. VWEC has taken our understanding of and accessibility to the virtual pedagogical place to new heights in harmony with these definitions. I think Irving would be pleased. Here's some ways that's happened. VWEC has helped us to understand identity and its influence on pedagogical places. The avatar and its embodied identity is not necessarily a typical student, giving life to both Yee and Bailensen's Proteus effect and Proteus paradox. The shy boy in the back of the physical classroom may take on the look and behavior of a street ruffian in the SL classroom, the Proteus effect, and hate math in SL as much as he hates math in the actual world, the Proteus paradox. Can the structure of the virtual pedagogical place help him think through his new identity? What if he acts out? That's what ruffians do, after all. Does the virtual place have a provision for that? Can the tools unique to a virtual world be used to help him like math? And let's not even think about the challenges facing another student who presents as a fire-breathing dragon. I commend VWEC for giving us an incentive and a place to explore these questions. VWEC has helped us to elevate the online distance learning experience. We are able to go beyond the limitations of the asynchronous model and most video options by creating places in which learners can dwell pedagogically, as Irving put it. She wrote that dwelling pedagogically in a virtual world through the avatar's extended embodiment gives academics a keener sense of being there and being with students, thereby creating a more collegial experience. In other words, social presence counts. Schulze and Brooks wrote that social presence provides validations of other avatars' presentations of self, a validation that is owed each other and promotes social interaction to achieve goals. By extension, we can assume that interaction to achieve goals includes learning goals. By the way, one of our own, Chandra, wrote a dissertation on this subject. So we should say thank you to VWC for showing how virtual pedagogical places can become online interactive pedagogical communities that enhance student learning. VWC has helped us to explore, using the virtual world's array of technological resources, novel pedagogical approaches that align with Irving's creativity, playfulness, and agency. Not only do these resources take the educator way beyond what is possible in the physical world, but it can be done for a fraction of the cost. How creative and playful is it to walk through a three-dimensional representation of a tropical rainforest? The only thing better is, well, walking through a tropical rainforest in Africa. What about a tour of Dickens' London? Yes, that can be done in an actual world museum, but it is less immersive and far more expensive. And let's not forget how our biology colleagues have created walking tours through human body parts. BWC has shown us how creative and playful, and indeed, how authentic and successful learning environments that are situated and constructivist can be in a virtual pedagogical place. In other words, BWEC has helped us to understand the look and the feel of the virtual pedagogical place and how different it can be from the look and the feel of the physical pedagogical place. I could go on about VWEC, about the expert series, the fireside chats, the models of teaching displays, the student challenges, and the many other opportunities that VWEC has created and or promoted to help educators explore how learning can be enhanced in a social virtual world. But as I said, I'll be brief. In conclusion, I congratulate VWEC for giving life to the virtual world pedagogical place. Happy 4th anniversary, VWEC. I plan to be here for our 14th anniversary and beyond. I will do so with the expectation of celebrating even greater virtual pedagogic places and the assurance that I will not look any older. Thank you and have a great celebration.
And neither will we, MERYL. Thank you for making us laugh. So we so appreciate you and your kind words. Absolutely. You are always an inspiration, and I love that you know so much about education and virtual worlds and pointed out really important things for us today. So thank you so much, MERYL. And in that, I have been asked to recognize Dirk McKinnon, who has a word for us. So Dirk, if you have voice, feel free to join us up here.
So the first question, can you hear me?
Yes. Roswell.
Wonderful. The reason I ask is, well, most of us have had problems with people hearing us either in rooms or whatever. I just replaced my motherboard, which seems to be a comment that would normally be used around this kind of venue rather than I have a sore throat. So I'm glad my voice is working for the most part. So I come bearing messages from Phelan and also from the rest of us at Rockcliffe that Phelan is absolutely elated that we're able to be helpful, be friends, and to offer our congratulations for the 4 years and for many years to come. I'm trying to find the message that he wrote to me, but essentially, we're supportive of all the efforts of educators and available to help when asked. We do what we can. We're here. I think you all know where to find us. Bevan and Phelan as members of the board of directors, me as a Rockcliffe sort of, and excuse me for this, Midori, sort of a Rockcliffe mole. We're here to offer what we can to help in what you guys do and look forward to many years of continued cooperation. This is a short message, and it's one of congratulations and wonderful to have been working with you for this time.
Oh, thank you, Dirk. And please tell Phelan we so appreciate it. Rockcliffe and VWEC are valued friends, and we appreciate you taking time to share that with us. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Before we move on to our featured guest speaker, the VWEC board would like to make a couple of announcements and honor a few of the many wonderful volunteers that give their time and expertise to keep our organization running. Being around for 4 years, we understand that a little upgrade is a good thing. And forgive me for a second, I need to bring that forward. So we would like to share with you our new updated logo. The board decided that it's time for a little refresh. When we got started, we just hurried quickly to get something that would represent us. And we are announcing our new logo today. This will be setting the stage for some updates on our region as well as our offerings. When you come back next week, you will be seeing some updates on the deck and all around the region. Soon, our educational resources area will be done, thanks to Zinnia Zauber, who has a very successful shop here in SL, and she was a perfect person to do that, and we appreciate her volunteering to get that back together. We will also be kicking off our Summer of Fun, hosted by our events team with our next expert series on Friday, May 23rd at 1 p.m. Playable Journeys, How Games Engage the Mind Through Stories, featuring our wonderful colleague, Letty Luckstone. Inspired by Letty, we will be updating our commons area with some games, and we'll be hosting some obstacle courses designed by Buffy Beal, as well as hosting a barbecue with Namara McBRIDE Saturday on June 7th at 11 a.m. Sunday, June 8th, we will be hosting the MPC VWEC Common Grounds at 11 a.m. And we will be announcing other fun to be had throughout the summer, so keep an eye out. Before Tom comes, I would like to invite Chandra to join MERYL and I on the stage. And MERYL, could you come over here, please, or stand up? All of a sudden, I've lost something. See if I can find it really quick. Here we go. We are so proud of the innovative idea and excellent production of the VWEC Avatar Scholar. You can get a copy by clicking the kiosk around the region, and we have one right here by the piano if you can pan around. The Avatar Scholar was a concept of MERYL McBRIDE's, but it's easy to have a great concept. She also recruited a small team, some excellent articles from amazing authors, and served as the editor, which was not a small task. We really appreciate your vision, and your tireless dedication to this effort. Today, we would like to give a small token to her and her team. Please add these as I just shared them with you. Hopefully you got them. There we go. Chandra worked closely with MERYL and Barbara and handled the layout, which was not an easy task either. Thank you so much, Chandra. We appreciate your time and dedication to making the magazine look professional and impress all those educators around the metaverse. We would also like to honor Barbara Colazzo. Barbara was a dedicated photographer who worked closely with both the team and also those who contributed articles, so there was a supportive visual component, which is so important for a publication like this. Unfortunately, Barbara passed in March. We so appreciate all her work and expertise, and she will dearly be missed as a good friend of VWEC. Thank you guys so very much, and could we give them a big round of applause? And Chandra, would you please stay on the stage? Next, I would like to invite Dodge and Dee Dee to come forward as well and join Sandra. Dodge was another dedicated visionary who shared the secret of his success at NOVA with VWEC as we were getting started. Since the beginning, we have kept data of those visiting our region and sent an informational note card to each first-time visitor that stays more than 5 minutes. As time has gone on, Chandra and Dee Dee volunteered to help with this. When Chandra's real-life workload got too heavy, Ziri stepped in to help gather the data, and Dee Dee continued to send out note cards weekly. This is such a tedious task with so much that we gain from it. So the VWEC board would like to thank each one of you again and again with a certificate of our gratitude for your time and dedication. Please add it as I just gave it to you. And Ziri is out of town and wasn't able to make it today, but he sends his best to the team and will be catching up by watching the video. So could we please give a big hand of applause to our data team. And I'm looking around to make sure Tom is here. Has anyone seen him arrive? Uh-oh, he was going to try to be here by 11:30 and we were... Uh-oh, is Second Life kicking us today? Oh no. Oh, we are so sorry to hear that. He was really going out of his way to come and speak to us today, and I do apologize. Might keep an eye out. It does happen, doesn't it? So we will really hate missing what he had to say, because he is such a great speaker. We'll invite him to come back, and we'll give you guys a heads up when he's able to arrange that for us again. I will mention that he also spoke at the expert series, and you can view that at this link, so you won't totally miss him. And thanks to our great video team, we do have archives of all these wonderful, wonderful speakers. So I guess I'll turn it over to you, Val.
Thank you, Ellie. Just get my text ready here. I just want to say a huge thank you. And I think we should give a round of applause for Ellie Pinion, who is such an excellent leader. She's amazing to work with. And she organized this 4th year anniversary celebration. She also helps manage many behind the scenes teams for VWEC. And I just want to point out that you're all welcome to network with VWEC and join one of the teams. So contact us later. So you can better collaborate and connect with VWEC. And next up, we'll keep our eyes out for Tom, because I know he was running late and then had trouble logging in. But next, I'd like to say DJ EXXX MAGIC is getting started soon. And as she's setting up, I'm going to invite you all to grab the great book stack. It's a gift on all the party tables, donated by Zinnia. Also, photo op, if you'd like to get a picture with your friends. There are pose balls for pictures at the anniversary sign. And also, if you walk back by BRYN's exhibit, there are pose balls there as well. So let me just say happy anniversary, VWEC. We're going strong, so now let's all celebrate. Here we go.
We're going to be moving the chairs out, and you can dance right here.
So you might want to stand up because the chair is going to get pulled out from under you. I love the activity. Everybody's hopping up, moving around, and that's what we can do in this real place called Second Life.